Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to your reading. I'm Clarity Bay. I'm a psychic tarot intuitive, and I'm dedicated to answering the questions that are most important to you. And in your reading, I'm going to give you clear insight on his unspoken feelings about you. What is it that he is hiding, not willing to share with you? Well, I will give you everything that Spirit gives to me and not leave anything out. Please take one moment to click that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so that you do not miss an important video message. Let's get into your reading. Meditate here on the three piles and pick the one that calmly draws you the most. This would be 1, 2, and 3. Let's get straight into your reading. Hello, beautiful group 1, and welcome to your reading. I'm Clarity Bay. I'm a psychic tarot intuitive, and I'm dedicated to answering the questions that are most important to you. And in your reading, I'm going to give you clear insight on his unspoken feelings about you. What is it that he is holding in? He doesn't want you to know. I will share with you everything that Spirit gives to me and not leave anything out. Please take one moment to click that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so that you do not miss an important video message. Let's get into your reading. So I can clearly see here that your energy, it naturally attracts you to the card representing the warrior goddess. And with the warrior goddess energy, this is a very strong energy. This is about how you are very courageous when it comes to this person. You have stood your ground. And this could be a relationship where there could have been some sort of like challenges that did take place, even maybe a bit of a rivalry. So that's your first card. Let's see your second card here. You also have the High Priestess energy showing up. And you have the Centrine. Bring in the light. So I do want to read these three cards. And I do love that they are really in correlation with each other. Especially how the High Priestess card here. This is representing that you see, he sees you as someone of like a higher regard, like you have high self standards, you know your worth, and he also feels as if like you are trying to tap into some secrets that he may have. You have a strong intuition that this guy is really not telling you the truth. So he thinks about that a lot. With the citrine crystal card that did show up here, bring in the light. This is about those secrets that are in the dark and how he is just hoping that the truth does not come to the forefront, which it always does. The truth always comes to the light. Whatever's in the dark comes to light. And so he's very concerned with that because you have a high intuition. You are this high priestess, and you can tap into when this guy is lying to you, whether or not he is doing what he says he's doing. You know whether or not his words are valid, or if he's being sincere. And so he thinks about that a lot. So when he does speak to you or text you, call you, any sort of interaction with you, he's always wondering, does she know that I am not being straightforward? So it's not like all the time he's lying to you. It's just that he keeps so many things hidden that he just doesn't let you know everything that is going on with him. Let's get more insight. His unspoken feelings about you. And you have here the Ascendant, the entrance. The Ascendant card showing up directly under the Centrine card. The Ascendant is the rising sign. So you may have like a fire rising sign, a water, air, or even a Earth, a rising sign, Taurus, Pisces, Gemini, or even, Cancer. You may have one of those rising signs, but it's about the entrance here. Again, it is in correlation with the citrine card, where it's about how he feels like you're able to really bring his darkness to a forefront. You actually know more about his shadow side than he does. And that's what he's really afraid of, is that you really knowing who he truly is and some of the things that he really needs to work on. I feel like you have addressed these issues with him as well. Let's get more insight. His unspoken feelings about you, his unspoken feelings. The Five of Wands, see, there's that rivalry right there, and it lays naturally under the Warrior Goddess card. See the rivalry, the debate between these two here, the competition, the defenses that are up. I love the correlation and the confirmation that's coming out here in this reading. Spirit just gave us that insight moments earlier. So this is about a challenge. He fears that there is always going to be some sort of rivalry because you are not backing down. You are standing your ground with your level of protection that you have surrounding you. When it comes to your energy, you're not allowing yourself to be drained by other people. And specifically, this specific person here, you are just protecting your energy at all costs. You do have your defenses up, and he feels this self-defense energy. He also feels like there could be a competition between him and another male when it comes to attaining your attention. When it comes to getting your attention, there could be another male that you are looking at, and he's very afraid of that competition. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. His unspoken feelings about you. His unspoken feelings about you. I am afraid to contact you. Look at this. Spirit just gave us this word clear, afraid. We just said that. Thank you, Spirit. He's afraid. And you know what? He's afraid to contact you because you want him to be real. You want him to be honest, vulnerable. You want to connect with the real person that you know he is. And so that's why he's afraid to contact you, because you will hold this person accountable, and he does not like to be held accountable. So let's get more insight. What's his true unspoken feelings about you? What's his unspoken feelings about you? What are they, Spirit? And you have here the King of Cups. See, there you go with the King of Cups. Spirit gave us that insight moments earlier that he is afraid that someone could have your attention, that there could be someone that you will be emotionally invested in. This King of Cups, you are giving your all to this person, someone that you can connect with in a more intimate way. King of Cups, water energy, heavy emotional energy, but high vibrational emotional energy. That cup energy representing those water signs, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer in the sun, moon, or rising, the 7th house of relationships, or the planet Venus here. This guy is really concerned that you're going to find someone that can support you, someone that is a supportive leader, not only with you, but a leader in his community, someone that has high tolerance and high empathy, that will listen to you when you speak and not overtalk you like this guy does. So his overall energy here in this reading is his unspoken feelings is he's so worried that you're going to get someone that truly appreciates you, loves, and adores you. And I am sensing and feeling that that is what's taking place place for you already in your vibrational frequency, because that is what you do desire. You do desire a loyal partnership, a deep, loving connection with someone. So that is definitely what's being formulated in your vortex for relationships. And this guy's just really worried because he cannot step up to the plate and be honest. You know, he's afraid to be himself, as shown here with the ascendant entrance here. So with the ascendant and entrance, this is about entering into your contact space. Text messages, calling, you know, talking on the phone. Even if you do talk to him in this way, there is some anxiety behind his conversation. So he's not being forthright. So group one, this does conclude your reading. I hope this reading does resonate with you and inspire you. If it does, please leave a comment below, because I do love reading your comments. They definitely warm my heart and they make my day. I am sending you lots of love and good energy. Hello, beautiful group two, and welcome to your reading. I'm Clarity Bay. I'm a psychic tarot intuitive, and I'm dedicated to answering the questions that are most important to you. And in your reading, I'm going to give you clear insight on his unspoken feelings about you. What is it that he is hiding? Doesn't want you to know. He's too vulnerable to share with you. I'm going to give to you everything that Spirit gives to me and not leave anything out. Please take one moment to click that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so that you do not miss an important video message. Let's get into your reading. I can see here that your energy, it naturally attracts you here to the card representing the medicine wisdom. And with medicine wisdom, this is quite intriguing. So I am picking up from this guy's energy that this guy feels like you have the ability to heal him. This is the type of guy now that he kind of goes within a lot. He's very sensitive. I'm picking up some water sign energy. Could be Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio in the sun, moon, or rising, 7th house of relationship, or the planet Venus here. Could be in his birth chart or your birth chart as a confirmation here in this reading. But there's something very mysterious about this guy. But he just feels like you are the answer to, his well-being. But let's get more details here. So that's your first card. Your second card here is the Lapis Lazuli. Make a decision. Lapis Lazuli crystal. And you have here the star card. You see, you are his star. Thank you, Spirit, for this wonderful confirmation starting out in the reading. This is how he sees you, as the one that can make miracles happen. Thank you, Spirit. I do want to point out that with Lapis Lazuli, make a decision. This guy's really trying to figure out how to come to you. In what manner should he approach you? Because previous attempts have either failed, or they have derailed, or they have went wrong. They ended up without a magnetic contact, a close contact. So he's trying to decide in which way to approach you, because see, he knows that you are a healer. I do believe you do have the ability to heal. You may be in the healing arts such as meditation, massage, even, spiritual healing or energy healing. You are blessed to be a healer, which is why he recognizes this energy about you and feels this way. Also here, with the star card showing up, the star card represents renewal and hope. So he's hoping that he can renew this relationship. Wishing that you would find some way in your heart to connect with him again, and maybe a miracle could happen. That's how he's feeling about the connection. And I feel like he sees that you can be in the spotlight. There's something very magical about you that you have naturally, where you literally can be in the spotlight, a celebrity. And it could be a celebrity in multifaceted careers, such as entertainment as well as healing, or, just public speaking. This is you, and that's how he sees you. He sees you as a star. He does not share this information with you because it's sort of like he doesn't want you to know how powerful that he thinks that you are, because he's afraid that you will leave him alone or you will let him go. And it's really just a huge insecurity on his part. And I do feel like he's not only like that with you, but he's like that with others as well. When he does see greatness in other people, he will not express it. So let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. His unspoken feelings about you. You have here the third house. Communication. Of course, I love the third house showing up. Communication. The third house rules over the sign of Gemini here. And so with the third house showing up in communication, Gemini could be in the sun, moon, or rising sign, the seventh house of relationships, or the planet Venus in his birth chart or your birth chart, as a confirmation here in this reading. And so Spirit did just give us the insight that he is really conflicted with how to communicate with you. So I love communication showing up as represented by the third house. So that's a wonderful confirmation here. I do feel like this is representing like siblings as well, because the third house rules over communication and siblings. So in some way, maybe he's been talking to one of his siblings about how to talk to you, or you have been discussing him with your siblings. But siblings play a big part in this reading here and the communication between you and this person. Let's get more insight. His unspoken feelings about you. What are his unspoken feelings, Spirit? The Ace of Wands. So with the Ace of Wands, fire sign energy, Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries in the top placement of the birth chart. His birth chart or your birth chart. This is about a new beginning, him wanting to start over, start fresh with you, travel towards you. So we keep seeing this connection where he wants to communicate, to travel towards you, get closer to you. Also, I do want to point out that the Ace of Wands represents a career move and like a new project. So just here I am picking up so strongly that Spirit is encouraging you to start that new project that you have been working on. Spirit is telling you to, yes, it's very interesting to know how this guy feels, but it's even more important that you start this new project, because this is going to allow you to relate to other people that have your same goals and things that you do share. Other people will find those naturally interesting and play a huge part in your creative ventures. Thank you, Spirit. Let's get more insight. What is his unspoken feelings about you? His unspoken feelings. I wish I had treated you better. So he's definitely feeling, regretful about the way that he betrayed you, his dishonest behavior, the disloyalty. And I do feel like this guy did a lot of blame shifting, where he would cause confusion and then he would blame you. And so although he has not just straightforwardly, sincerely apologized, he does feel this. But see, the thing is, if he does not accept accountability for his actions, he will repeat the same thing. So Spirit is encouraging you to trust your intuition when it comes to him, because you have to understand what it is that you're doing and take accountability in order to do better. And this is not something that he has done. I feel like he is feeling regret because he feels like you are pulling away from him. You are wanting to let go of him. You are trying to move in a better direction, a new career here, to meet up with new people. He's very afraid of that. He's afraid that you're going to tap in to your creative gifts, this star side of you, and connect with people who truly appreciate you naturally, and where you share a reciprocity energy of creative inspiration. He's very worried about that because he was not there and he was not supportive when, at the time that you guys were connected, he was not supporting you with your dreams the way that he should have. And so he's very worried that you're going to find someone that can do it. And he's also concerned that that creative connection that you have with that person will turn into a romantic partnership. And it is a strong probability that that will happen because of the star card that did show up here, the Ace of Wands, representing a new career, new beginnings, the urge to create, and the third house of communication. And so Spirit is wanting you also to make a decision when it comes to this guy. You have to let go of something in order to get something else. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. His unspoken feelings about you. His unspoken feelings about you. The Ace of Wands coming out twice. And you are group 2. So that's Ace of Wands here in this card. And you have the Ace of Wands here. So that's twice. That's a double confirmation. You are group 2. So that is the synchronicity 222. So it's very imperative that you look up that synchronistic number. Pick the video that calmly draws you the most as pertaining to that number 222, because that is a strong message that Spirit has for you. And this is a super strong confirmation. We pulled from 2 different decks right in front of the camera to see the Ace of Wands. So really what he's really fearing and what he's worried about is that you are going to start a new project with a new group of people, something very inspirational, because you are a creator, you are a star, and he's worried about the bond that you will make, the relationship connections that you will make, the success that you will have with these other people. And it's very important that you tap into your gifts and share your gifts with the world. Express yourself fully. You are very inspiring. People need to hear from you. And not only that, you're very creative, but also you are a healer. So you may be into something such as like life coaching, or maybe interested in life coaching, or writing, singing, dancing. It could be anything, the spiritual arts, but you are recognized as a star. He sees it more than you see it. And a lot of times that is the case. Other people can see you more than you see you because you are kind of focused and concerned about their well-being. So Spirit wants you to trust your intuition when it comes to this person, and to tap in to your higher self and align with your inner greatness and fully express yourself. So group 2, this does conclude your reading. I hope this reading does resonate with you and inspire you. If it does, please leave a comment below, because I do love reading your comments. They definitely warm my heart and they make my day. I am sending you lots of love and good energy. Hello, beautiful group 3, and welcome to your reading. I'm Clarity Bay. I'm a psychic tarot intuitive, and I'm dedicated to answering the questions that are most important to you. And in your reading, I'm going to give you clear insight on his unspoken feelings about you. What is it that he's hiding? He doesn't want you to know. He feels very bare and vulnerable if he expresses this to you about you. I'm going to share with you everything that Spirit gives to me and not leave anything out. Please take one moment to click that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell notification so that you do not miss an important video message. Let's get into your reading. So I can clearly see here that your energy, it naturally attracts you here to the card representing the Madonna of Roses. And with the Madonna of Roses energy, I am feeling that, you see, this guy feels like you have a big heart. You are so forgiving. You have so much compassion, warmth, and empathy that you have been taken advantage of before because of your empathy, because you always want to see the good in everyone. And this guy is no exception to the rule. You want to see the good in this guy. So he feels like you definitely are highly passionate and empathetic towards him. So he thinks that you feel sorry for him in some kind of way, or that you really want the relationship to be a one of ease, like you do. I want to say forgive him. That's the word that's showing up. Like you want to forgive this guy. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. What's his unspoken feelings about you? The Knight of Swords, communication. Let's get another card here. What's his unspoken feelings about you? And you have here Golden Healer Quartz, open the door. Yeah, you see? He wants you to be even more open, to allow him to filter himself into your energy space. I feel like you are on a journey now of just really protecting your mind, your body, your energy. You do not want to be drained at all. But he feels that you should allow him to be in your space. He feels entitled to you. The Knight of Swords energy, this is definitely clearly telling me that this person is a very fast talking person. He can talk really quickly. He can convince people of what he is saying. But what he's really concerned about you the most is like you are leveling up. You're glowing up. You're going to have a lifestyle change. He's so worried about that. And that glow up, he fears, is like a glow up with like finding someone better than him, connecting with a group of people who really truly see your worth and value, and you see theirs. That reciprocity, give and take type of energy where you are just vibing with this community of people. He is so worried because when you connect with this group, he feels like he's going to be left out in the cold. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. His unspoken feelings about you. What are they, Spirit? His unspoken feeling. Okay, that one just jumped out. So let's see what it says. I couldn't let you get too close to me. So there you go. He could not be vulnerable, intimate, because of his insecurities, because he has practiced being closed off all of his adult life. I feel like he does have some abandonment issues from maybe like earlier in life, where something took place where he just felt like if he let someone close to him, he could get hurt. So in some essence or some part of his life, he was hurt. Okay. And so this is why he would always push you away. When things would be going real good, he would shut down. He would ghost you. He would find ways not to communicate or not to be intimate, And so he is just thinking about that and how he treated you and really wondering, do you truly recognize that behavior? And yes, you do recognize it. And you may not have expressed it to him in the way that you wanted to, but you did tell him in so many words, like, why are you so quiet? Why are you acting like this? What did I do? What did I say? So that basically, this guy always had you totally confused. And when he would have you confused, you would always think that you did something wrong. Well, Spirit wants to encourage you that you did nothing wrong. This guy was like this and is like this because of his own thought pattern and his own choosing and how he chooses to see his life and to view his circumstances. Let's get more insight. What's his unspoken feelings about you? His unspoken feelings about you. And you have here the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so he sees you as his karma. He's done quite a few things. He's been in a couple of relationships where, he wasn't the honest person that he could be. He didn't do the things that he should have done. And now that you're trying to protect yourself, you have your defenses up, you have healthy boundaries in place. He is seeing like, oh my goodness, this must be my karma. The one that I really, really want, I cannot have. And I do feel like this really is a part of your destiny as well, because this is a lesson for you, because this lesson teaches you about the character traits, the personality traits that you do not want to attract in another person. But more importantly than that, it teaches you about the personality traits that you do not want to express out. So this is allowing you to create even more courage, self-respect, self-assurance, self-worth, and self-love for yourself, as seen here with the Madonna of Roses card. And I do love the correlation with the Madonna of Roses, because with that represents how you have the heart of a warrior. And you're standing firm with your belief. You're standing firm with your values and what this guy has shown you. You know what you saw. You know what he said. And although he tries to switch it and totally confuse you, you know exactly what's going on. And so you are to be commended for acknowledging that. Let's get more insight. His unspoken feelings about you. And you have here, King of Wands, fire sign energy, Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo in the sun, moon, or rising, 7th house of relationships, planet Venus, King of Wands. He's feeling like there's actually going to be someone that's going to replace him. A bold leader, very powerful, very charming, and courageous King of Wands that's going to come into your life. He's so concerned with that because he really wants to be this King of Wands. But because he cannot be honest with himself, he cannot be vulnerable, he refuses to look at his shadow side and correct the things that are stopping him from being this King of Wands. He's very concerned that you will connect with this king and never look back at him. Let's get more insight. Thank you, Spirit. His unspoken feelings about you. What's his unspoken feelings, Spirit? And you have here the 2nd house, resources. So what you have, the 2nd house and resources showing up here. Again, this is about this King of Wands. He's worried about someone's going to be able to take care of you the way that you know you deserve to be taken care of. And this resources, a 2nd house. I do want to point out that there are 12 houses in astrology. In a birth chart, 12 houses. And the 2nd house rules over finances and security. It's ruled by the sign of Taurus. So the zodiac sign Taurus could be a top placement in your birth chart or his birth chart as a confirmation here in this reading. Sun, moon, or rising, seventh house of relationship, or the planet Venus. But nevertheless, he's so concerned that you can get someone to take care of you. But not only that, he feels like you can take care of yourself. But as far as the resources, he sees you as a resource. Somewhere, someone for him to go to get whatever it is that he needs, whether it's metaphorically, physically, spiritually, financially. He sees you as this resource. So be very conscious of what you do. Share with this guy as far as information and give to this guy, especially if there is not a reciprocity energy where he is doing the same for you. So Spirit did just want to touch upon that and to tell you to trust your intuition always. So group 3, this does conclude your reading. I hope this reading does resonate with you and inspire you. If it does, please leave a comment below because I do love reading your comments. They definitely warm my heart and they make my day. I am sending you lots of love and good energy.